Good morning, Unity family, and welcome. We're going to get started in just a few moments, but I just wanted to welcome all of you today. I'm Deborah Giddings. I am the lead of the Prayer Chaplain Ministry, and I just want to remind you that if you'd like to get our order of service, you can do that by going up to our website, unityhartford.org. There's actually the words to the peace song is up there, so go ahead and do that. And throughout the service today, pay attention. You're going to see a prayer chaplain coming on every now and then to let them know that they are here holding you in space and in love and in prayer. Good morning, Afnai. Good morning, Joanne. So good to see all of you. And so we're going to get started in just a few minutes, but go up and get our order of service at unityhartford.org. And we'll see you in just a few. Thank you.
Disconnected us. My. Thank you, Carolyn. I'm Reverend Christine Boylan, and I'm happy to be with you this morning. Of course, I'm here with our wonderful music director, Carolyn Fisher, and our prayer chaplain team leader, Deborah Giddings, and our sound master, Tony Bensko. So welcome to all of them, and welcome to all of you. And later on, through the magic of Zoom, we will be welcoming Sue Smallage and Julie Elward. So stay tuned for that. So again, I wanted to remind you that you may obtain today's bulletin from our website, unityhartford.org, our opening statement. So join me with that if you already have the bulletin or you remember it. Our opening statement. Unity is a positive path for spiritual living. And here at Unity, we welcome, value, and include all people. So welcome to all of you this morning. And anytime during today's service, let us know you're here. Make a comment. Kathy Biggs, welcome. I saw Lori there, and Afnai, and Patricio, and Angelo. So please let us know you're here. Send up some emojis. I enjoy them. And welcome each other. And thank you, Joey and Garland, for being a prayer chaplain today and holding sacred space for everyone. So let's begin with an opening prayer. And perhaps many of you saw the Christ candle lit when the camera was on Carolyn playing. And that Christ candle is always lit. It's always lit within you. That Christ divinity, that Christ consciousness is right there within you. So let's just take a moment and breathe into that. And know that. And so today, our day of independence, our day of freedom, we take a moment to hold in prayer all the scientists and all the medical professionals who are responsible for so much of our freedom these days. To them, we see them being open and receptive to their inner divinity. We see them tirelessly working for the highest and best of everyone. And we hold them in prayer today. We claim that they are the very expression of the divine, just as all of us. We are all that. But today, let's hold them in prayer. Let's hold them in gratitude. Let's express our gratitude today for all those scientists, for all those in the medical field, so tirelessly working. We are grateful, and so it is. Amen. And so, Carolyn, I think it's now time for our opening song. And what is that today?
This morning we are going to sing together This Little Light of Mine. And I know you know it, so let's sing it together. This little light of mine, I'm gonna reach high. This little light of mine, I'm gonna reach high. This little light of mine, I'm gonna reach high.
So we do have a few announcements this morning, and one is a reminder to join us on Wednesday evening at 7 p.m. for our 30-minute healing meditation service right here on Facebook. It's a great way to slow down and become aware, mindful, and just be. And tomorrow night we continue our class on the 12 spiritual powers, and it's held on Monday nights from 6:30 to 8:30. We're in our 4th week, but it's not too late to join us. This week we're going to be delving into the powers of imagination, understanding, and will. Of course, you have to pre-register, and all that information is on the homepage of our website, unityhartford.org. You know, we just sang that song, "This Whole Light of Mine, Let It Shine," and yet it's difficult to know how to do that these days, isn't it? Yesterday I read an article that said, while texting and even telephoning, Facebook and Zoom used to, be good for us, but we're getting a little antsy and frustrated. They're not quite doing it for us. So they listed 7 things that you could do. One, of course, is exercise. Another is to go to church, to pray, meditate. Okay, that was good. But another thing that they said was to be in service, to let your light shine. And I thought, well, that's always, the way that soothes our heart and calms our nerves. And, we have had people stepping up and offering to be in service. Our prayer chaplain, Louise Cox, has again written our monthly affirmation, which you'll hear later on in the service. Brittany Jones has recorded another children's book, and that's on the website. The prayer chaplains and ambassadors have spent a month making love connection calls to members of our congregation. Susan Wright continues to create our weekly newsletter and creates beautiful flower arrangements. And now this past week, prayer chaplain Kate Morrison has volunteered to once a week record a reading of the Daily Word on Facebook. Thank you, Kate. And in the past few months during this pandemic, many others have also, stepped forward to either do a one-time type of service or an ongoing bit of service offering. So if you would like to be in service for either a one-time or an ongoing, let me know. Send me an email, revchris@unityhartford.org, or Wednesday or Thursday, our electronic newsletter will come out, and there'll be a whole list of things that you could consider to do to be in service. Some are here with our church, and others are not. But being in service is being in service. So I hope that you will think of doing that and perhaps feel a little bit more comfortable, a little bit more fulfilled in this continuing pandemic. And so now I'm going to bring back Deborah Giddings.
Good morning again, Unity family. It's so good to be here. I'd like you to join me in reciting our statement of faith. I'm going to say a line and just go ahead and repeat it with Carolyn. There is only one presence and one power.
There is only one presence and one power,
Active as the universe and as my life.
active as the universe and as my life.
God the good, omnipotence. Amen.
God the good, omnipotence. Amen.
And now for today's daily word. The word for today is comfort. Christ in me is my comfort. Experiences that move me out of my comfort zone are part of my life. The first day of a new school, starting or leaving a job, a new phase in a relationship, retiring from a career, the passing of a loved one. Any change can evoke discomfort, even grief. I grieve when I think of change as loss. Loss of security, loss of my place in my community, or loss of love. The Christ, the divine presence of life, love, and wisdom within me, is my constant source of comfort through all of life's changes. I find assurance that although its physical expressions may change, life can never end. I know oneness and love with all who have been dear to me. Recognizing my divine nature, I know that there is no loss, change, or circumstance that can limit me, and I am comforted. And from the Psalm 71, verse chapter 21, you will increase my honor and comfort me once again. So let's just go ahead and take this affirmation into just a moment, just to breathe it in. Christ in me is my comfort. Christ in me is my comfort. Hold that in your heart as you go through your day and your week, remembering that Christ in you is your comfort. Namaste. Oh, forgot, through the magic of Zoom, we have Sue Smallage with us today. So I'm going to go ahead and move the camera and bring it over here. And we're going to go ahead and, all right, we're ready to start. Thank you, Sue.
Hello, Unity friends. I'm Sue Smallage, and I'm going to sing America the Beautiful with you on this wonderful 4th of July. The second verse is a new verse written by Pamela Haynes, and I'd like to read it to you so that you'll know what the words are. It goes like this. Oh, beautiful for working folk who forged the wealth we see, in farm and mill, in home and school, unsung in history. America, America, may race nor sex nor creed no more divide, but side by side, all rise, united, free. So please sing along if you're able. Oh, beautiful for spacious skies, or amber waves of grain, or purple mountain majesty above the fruited plain. America, America, God shed all light on thee, and crown thy good with brotherhood, from sea to shining sea. Oh, beautiful for working folk who forged the wealth we see, in farm and mill, in home and school, unsung in history. America, America, we race nor sex nor creed, no more divide, but side by side, all rise united free. America, America, may race nor sex nor creed no more divide, but side by side, all rise united free. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sue, that was great. And I know that she's watching today. She's here with us on Facebook, so thank you. And what a perfect song. Happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day, happy Freedom Day. Freedom. That's a word I've been hearing a lot about lately. You too? Freedom. Well, the other day someone told me that if he were to wear this mask, that he would be showing his loss of freedom. What? What? This piece of paper and string? This is all that stands between him and his bondage or a lack of freedom? This? This has the power to make him unfree? Well, as I pondered this, as I thought about this, I started to feel badly. For this person was totally unaware that their belief about this bit of cloth and string had already proven how unfree they already were. In fact, they were in bondage to this bit of stuff. Freedom. Now, just to make it clear, I want to make sure I'm clear. Wear a mask. Okay? Has nothing to do with your freedom.
That's right.
Wear a mask. It has to do with your love and compassion and empathy. So all you people who out there who are saying, I'm an empath, good. Share that with others. Okay? Freedom. How many laws, rules, policies, regulations, programs, decrees have been made to create freedom, to outlaw discrimination, to curtail injustices, and yet there is still discrimination, injustices, racism, hatred, bigotry. And even while many of us loudly protest and stand shoulder to shoulder with Black Lives Matter, other marginalized and disempowered people, gays, transgendered, indigenous, immigrants, and differently abled lives and rights are being threatened and destroyed. Freedom. Do we need more laws? Different laws? New solutions? Yes. Is that all we need? No. We do need changes out here, and we need changes in here, in the hearts, minds, and souls. How do we do that? Martin Luther King Jr. said, "My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside, let freedom ring." Yes, Martin Luther King Jr. wanted to see changes in our physical world, this country, this sweet land. But I would be surprised if that was the only place where he wanted to see changes. Let freedom ring from every mountainside, and let freedom ring within your heart, mind, and soul.
Yes.
All things begin within, even freedom. Right now on Monday evenings, we are studying about our 12 spiritual powers, powers of the divine that are also our powers, for truly we are made in the image and likeness of God. And in unity we hold a truth that there is only one power and one presence. So you cannot be something or someone outside of that oneness. No, you are smack dab in the very essence of Godness. All that is of the divine is of you. Right within you is the very seed of freedom, longing to take root, to grow, and then to ring in this sweet land of liberty. It is up to each one of us to go within and root out within us any vestige of discrimination, racism, hatred, bigotry for anyone, including ourselves. Freedom can never ring loud and clear out here until it rings loud and clear, true and clear within our hearts, our minds, our very being.
Amen.
So how will you create freedom within you so you can be the very living example, expression of freedom in the world? How will your freedom ring in this beautiful America? The beginning of freedom lies in your own mind. Will you let go of the inner bondage, the bondage of limiting and negative thoughts that you hang on to about yourself and about others? Your desire to be the very expression of the divine in the world, to be the change that the world so desperately needs, comes right into your resistance to let go of those thoughts and beliefs that are not of the divine. Hatred, unforgiveness, unworthiness, fear. All of those things hinder you. All those limiting and negative beliefs place you in bondage. How can you set yourself free within so you can truly help create a world that allows all people equal rights and freedoms? By consciously using your 12 spiritual powers.
Yes.
And we begin with the power of faith. Faith. That there is one power and one presence, and that it is all good. And that all people are made in the image and likeness of this energy, so all people are inherently good. My power of faith helps me see the good in all people, no matter how they show up. For I have strength. The power of strength, not so much physical strength, but strength of courage and persistence. For many who have long been in this struggle for freedom, the power to keep on, despite whatever or whoever shows up. That is a deep spiritual strength that is more than any physical power. And then we bring wisdom or righteous judgment. Here is the power to discern what is true and what is not, the power of our intuition, the power to trust ourselves and our ever constant connection to the divine. How about the power of love? Unity co-founder Charles Fillmore tells us, when we are in awareness of the divine, love is the power that joins and binds in divine harmony the universe and everything in it, the great harmonizing principle. And of course we know that it was Martin Luther King Jr. who said that hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. How about the divine attribute of power? This faculty helps us in creating self-mastery. Gives us the ability not to react, but instead to pause, to choose, and to consciously act. And then we can bring the wild power of imagination to bear. This wonderful power that helps us create. Every idea, every creation out here has its beginning with a vision in our heart and mind. What is your vision? What do you want to create? What do you want to create within you and in the world? Imagine what a world of equality would feel like. Imagine when you said the words justice for all, that you could actually see it in the world. Give that vision your awareness, your thought. Write it down and claim it every day. And you will bring to it the power of understanding With all thy getting, get understanding. This power helps us to have a deep realization of truth. And we bring our power of will. Will is the controlling, directing faculty of mind. Helps us to choose. What thoughts will you focus on? What beliefs will you allow to take up residence in your mind and your heart? Freedom thoughts? Bondage thoughts? The order, spiritual order, divine order. This power reveals the divine order that we bring to our thoughts. I am order and justice. And I am open to the free flow of divine ideas that benefit me and all people. The power of zeal. The ability to be enthusiastic, passionate, motivated. Anyone need that power? Yeah. Well, at the age of 94, Charles Fillmore wrote this for himself. I fairly sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm and spring forth with a mighty faith to do the things that are to be done by me today. Renunciation. Let go and let God. The ability to eliminate thoughts and beliefs that no longer serve us. Those that impede our freedom to be the very expression of God. We deny that those old, outworn ideas have any power. And so we live in the power of life. The power of life comes from the one true source of all. And as I acknowledge and celebrate this truth, I know that all things are possible. It is possible for freedom to ring and rule within my heart and mind. It is possible for freedom to ring and rule for all in this great country of America. Bringing all these powers into our consciousness, into our awareness, is not a one and done. Nope. And neither is freedom in your heart, mind, and soul. Every day, you must awaken to your divineness and claim your powers and affirm your freedom to be the very expression of the divine in the world. Every day, you must claim that freedom rings in your heart, mind, and soul. And at the same time, we all must work to bring about freedom and justice in our city, state, country, and world. Freedom in this world is also not a one and done. It is a living energy that is built on physical laws and agreements, centered in the spirit of each one of us today. Today, as you consider what is yours to do, remember the words of Martin Luther King. My country, 'tis of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing, land where my fathers died, land of the pilgrim's pride. From every mountainside let freedom ring. And if America is to be a great nation, this must become true. And so let freedom ring from the prodigious hilltops of New Hampshire. Let freedom ring from the mighty mountains of New York. Let freedom ring from the heightening Alleghenies of Pennsylvania. Let freedom ring from the snow-capped Rockies of Colorado. Let freedom ring from the curvaceous slopes of California. Yeah. But not only that, let freedom ring from Stone Mountain of Georgia. Let freedom ring from Lookout Mountain of Tennessee. Let freedom ring from every hill and molehill of Mississippi, from every mountainside. Let freedom ring. Yeah. Today, take time to consider how you will help to make freedom ring in this sweet land and also within your sweet heart, mind, and soul. Let freedom ring. Namaste. So now's our time of offering. And of course, we know that we offer tangible and intangible gifts. And certainly, if you have not already set up online to give regularly, then before you leave the internet today, go to unityhartford.org and in the upper right-hand corner, you'll see a little give button. Click that, and you'll be instructed how to give of your tangible gift. And of course, you can always mail it in. But I also want to think about those intangible gifts. What intangible gift do you want to give today? Love, freedom, justice, harmony. What intangible gift? Hold that deep in your heart today. And then join with me in repeating our offering blessing. I'll say a line and then please say it along with Carolyn. Divine love flowing as me,
Divine love, flowing as me,
blesses and multiplies all that I am and have,
blesses and multiplies all that I am and have,
all that I give and receive.
all that I give and receive.
And so it is, amen.
And so it is, amen.
Now we're going to sing our Unity Peace song, followed by our prayer for protection, and then a final song by Carolyn, but you're going to want to hang around because we have a special treat for you, and with our wonderful congregant, Julie Elward. And also, before we go into our Unity Peace song, I almost forgot this. This is the first Sunday of July, right? And so we have our July affirmation, and thank you, Louise Cox, for this. And so our July affirmation is, I'll say it, and then we'll say it again together, okay? So, my joy comes effortlessly as I express my divine nature with appreciation. And in case you haven't yet figured it out, the prayer chaplains have selected the word joy for the month of July. So let's say that together again. My joy comes effortlessly as I express my divine nature with appreciation. And we ask that you bring this affirmation into your daily prayer time. It is on our homepage of our website, so you can go up there and click on it and download it, or just write it down. And we select an affirmation every month, and then we pray it as a community together, just like Charles and Myrtle Fillmore did when they first began, because Unity began as a prayer ministry. So pray with us every day through the month of July for this wonderful power of joy. And so now let's sing together our Unity Peace song.
With God, our Creator,
Thank you, Carolyn. And now let us say our prayer for protection. I will say a line and ask that you repeat it after me with Carolyn. The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God.
The light of God surrounds us. I am the light of God.
The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God.
The love of God enfolds us. I am the love of God.
The power of God protects us. I am the power of God.
The power of God protects us. I am the power of God.
The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God.
The presence of God watches over us. I am the presence of God.
Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
And so we're going to, right now, change. I keep changing things up on them. They're used to this by now. We'll give our final closing remarks later, but right now we're going to go to our closing song. And Carolyn, what is that closing song for today?
Our closing song for today is This Land Is Your Land by Woody Guthrie.
And we can all sing, right?
Oh, no. Yes. Yes, please join me. Let's have fun together. This land is your land, this land is my land, from California to New York Island, from every forest to upstream waters. This land was made for you and me. As I went walking down the highway, I saw above me that endless skyway. I saw below me that golden valley. This land was made for you and me. This land is your land. This land is my land. From California to New York Island, from every forest to upstream waters. This land was made for you and me. This land was made for you and me. So now, before we close, we have a special appearance by one of our members, Julie Aylward, has been studying banjo for some time, and we wanted to applaud her dedication and courage in stepping out this morning to share this song with us. So this is a banjo version of the song that we just sang together.
Yeah, Julie! Woo!
Wow, we have such an abundance of music today. Of course, with Carolyn, our music director, and Sue Smallage with her guitar and singing, and Julie with her banjo. We are so blessed. So thank you to all of them, and also thank you to our prayer chaplain, Deborah Giddings. And if you have a prayer request, please email your request to prayerrequest@unityhartford.org, and the prayer chaplains will pray with you in confidentiality. I also want to thank our office manager, Tony, for being our sound master today, and thank you to all of you for joining us. Go out there and be a blessing. Happy Sunday.